we're going to try this again. Except this time, I'm going to talk about it. We're also going to play a completely new character. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of her. Her name's Lilith. She's what many people consider the best character in Borderlands 1 in terms of survivability. And while I don't disagree, I just enjoyed playing Brick a lot more. And unluckily, I died to bad clipping in my last series of One Life Borderlands 1. I'm going to do this on every single Borderlands game until I'm able to beat every single one of them in One Life. So yeah. I think that would probably be the best... My best chance of doing this will be with Lilith. I don't doubt it in my mind. Lilith is very strong late game. Mordecai, you can say the same thing about. He's able to almost instantly kill Cromrax when you have good gear and high crit damage with crit damage class mods. I'm sure everybody has seen the Jolts video of him like killing Craw as Mordecai in like 3 seconds. If he just one-shots all of his crit spots. While I know it's not that simple, it's the same thing with Mordecai. But with Lilith, you can just kind of run around his arena. You don't have to worry about going down all the time. He can't one-shot you. You have really good elemental effect chance and stuff like that on the crawl worms. But that's not what we're worried about. We're worried about beating normal mode. Getting as far as we can today. I have a decent time slot for this, so I should be able to get at least decently far. At least decently far today. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to play for, but hopefully I can play for at least a couple of hours. This is the worst. I think, actually, no. I like this cutscene a lot more than, say, the, ooh, I got two really good, at least, the pistol's really good. Shotgun I couldn't care less about, but pistol's fantastic early on. And people will argue probably and be like, hey, you can't use the gearbox guns. They're not legit, but they are legit. They're in the game. For the Game of the Year Enhanced Edition. There's no reason not to. One Life 2! Macaroni hat. Macaroni hat. Macaroni hat.
Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station.
I'm gonna try this a little bit differently than I did last time. Before I go into... before I go into the second playthrough, I might try to get a little more levels. Even though I was quite over-leveled, but I might try to farm the Destroyer more than I did. Because on Brick, I just killed him once, I killed him super quickly with the Mongol, and then I pretty much went straight into TVHM. I think I kind of messed up there, and I should have killed him a couple of times, gotten to level 40 to build up enough buffer of XP to kind of carry myself through playthrough 2. But okay, enough about old dead Brick. Let's talk about new alive Lilith. Ow. Yep. I always wonder if that was an intended thing, Claptrap bonking his head, or if it was just a bad clipping thing. Tell me to open the box so you don't break.
You should open the storage device. There may be something in there.
That looks like it can do some damage.
Okay, let's get this gate open.
Oh man. I'm actually gonna turn this up a little bit.
This isn't working.
If this is too loud, please tell me in the comments, so I can know. Pretty easy, pretty quick and simple and easy. And the normal mode on Borderlands 1, I think, has probably the easiest.
I knew you were the right choice, friend. Now go. I'll contact you again soon.
I think normal mode on Borderlands 1 is definitely the easiest. I think Borderlands 1 as a whole
Attention, citizen of Firestone!
is the
There
easiest
is no
game.
cause for alarm. This new visitor has resolved
But it's
the
rivaled
problem.
by Vanilla Borderlands 3. Vanilla Borderlands 3 is
Damn bandits won't leave us alone.
really easy.
Had to lock
Really,
the place
really
up
easy.
tight. I'll let you in. Come on. Damn it. Blasted circuits are on the fritz again. Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Now that you've selected
This is
a
also what you guys missed me doing on the Brick series, since the audio, or not the audio, the video corrupted for that when I was recording.
in your mission log.
It was literally just me doing this, doing the entire beginning. And when I realized it didn't save, I was kind of pissed about it.
Thanks for opening her up again.
Now that we're done with all that, please follow me and I'll open the gate for you.
I'm just glad they added an FOV slider in this game, because that was very, very annoying to have to deal with in the original version of this game. No FOV slider. You were playing through a fucking fisheye lens, 65 FOV the entire time. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Looks like you got under Nine Toes skin. Don't worry. He'll get
I also wish they added. Well, they're going to. I seriously doubt they won't add a dialogue skip option in Borderlands 4.
Robot needs our help.
That'll just turn off all the dialogue, and all this stuff. The unskippable dialogue and the mission objectives that don't pop up instantly, I think, really kind of. Borderlands 2 struggled with it. Borderlands 1 did as well. Maybe not to the same
Why don't you look around for something to fix him up? He
level?
seems to be okay. Now is the time to get moving and
That
play
Borderlands,
your part in the journey to come.
3 did? But
That ought to do it.
Borderlands 1
I'll
definitely
see you in a
struggles for
few.
that. That's one of the big examples of it. But for what it's worth, a lot of the areas that you get mission objectives for, you can't access until the mission is already
Need something?
well on its way. The whole reason I played Brick last time, honestly, was for the movement speed. I'm sure everybody, if you actually watched those videos, saw me activate his action skill and instantly tab into my inventory. That's because there's a movement glitch that it basically just gives you the movement from. Is he invisible? It gives you the movement from his action skill to your regular movement, so you sprint faster, all that stuff. You don't regen health, although I think if it added the health regen from it as well, it would be very broken. Very, very broken. And that would definitely be outlawed, but I don't think a movement speed glitch like that gives you
I might not have
like
a
a
med
3%
school
movement
degree,
speed
but when you get shot,
is
you'll be happy. What do you know?
outlawed.
Y'all to use the machine to sell some things you don't.
People don't yet trust you.
Okay,
You're going to-
this is the fun part of the starting a new character on this game, is now I'm going to farm both of all these chests here for money. Oh my
You're late.
god, that's
We
rare.
must speak
That's
immediately.
actually
I'm
hilarious.
afraid for my own security, and therefore you must jump through a hoop or two.
That's comical.
Talk to the mechanic. He knows where to find me. And a word of caution: Don't touch him if you ever want to eat with your hands again.
Basically, all you do in this game if you want levels early on, go to the T-Bone Junction DLC, turn in all the quests you can, and then sell. Go to these locations, get every chest on T-Bone Junction, save, quit, rinse, repeat. Sell them, get the legendary SDUs so you don't have to worry about buying SDUs for the first entire playthrough, and then you can just kind of chill. You'll get all the money you need so you can buy any legendary you find at a vendor, and if you're lucky, you'll find some gear that you can hold on to, like a really good Hellfire, or in Brick's case, like a hammer or something like that, that you can hold on to and use when you get to level 30, and that will help you go into the second playthrough, because I'm sure, as everyone saw, the gear I got at the end of the Destroyer fight was not good. Wasn't good at all. It was absolutely god-awful.
Alright, hey, what I'm gonna need is an X372 supercharger, but not the 373. There's recoil on that thing on account of people burning live and shit. Also a big old tank of nitrous and one of them fancy exhaust booger things. I don't even know what it does, man.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions.
Oh, smoking Jesus
Titty Cinnamon, that is a monster! That's my favorite character.
That's gonna be sweet!
Favorite dialogue in the entire game is that right there.
The loot be mine.
That's a very good shotgun. I also hope that if I do get as far as I got on Brick, the shit I get's gonna be better, because that was my biggest issue with that character, is I was getting like SMGs, repeater pistols, sniper rifles that were legendary, and I didn't ever see anything like a crux, a hammer, gosh, what was the other one? A plague? Nothing like that. I saw no legendary shotgun. I didn't even see a legendary assault rifle. Besides a Raven, or not a Raven, a Guardian, and that thing was terrible. It was god-awful. Absolutely terrible. I'm gonna die. Ooh. They dropped aggro. Ooh! They didn't drop aggro, but somehow did not see me. I'll take it. I will take that. I thought I was gonna die. That would have literally been it. That would have been the end of the one life right there. I would have just died.
I can always tell you were the resourceful type. Bring them on back and we'll get you rolling.
We'll get you rolling. Which one is it? I know there's a, it's not this one. It's the other one. By the magic school bus. Has the red chest in it. It would be really nice if I could find a very good mercenary class mod early on before I even have to worry about getting one late game, because all this does, in addition to getting the SDUs and stuff, all I'm doing right now is trying to find gear that I won't have to worry about coming back and doing this later.
Whether you are killing bad guys or exploring the unknown, you need a trusty gun by your side.
Can't buy any of them. Another thing I like about this game is challenges. The challenges to get money and sell guns and all that stuff is awesome. I think they really dropped the ball with a lot of the badass ranks in Borderlands 2. Although badass rank is cool, yes, but it's only cool once you have 1,000 hours on the game and you have more than, 1% in all of your stat blocks. Now I have movement speed. Makes farming a lot easier.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you.
Okay, what do I want to go for first? I think I'm gonna want to go for probably elemental. Maybe. Yeah, because I can get intuition. And then I can get Blight Phoenix. And then I can go down the assassin tree. Shield. Mind games though. Because that's a good one. It's 2% damage and then 4% damage, but that's just flat, so it's 20%. You know, I think I'm gonna go elemental and then controller just for the extra shield capacity, regenerate health, phase walking. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. What I usually wouldn't do. Let's worry about getting my health and stuff early. Let's go down controller first, and then worry about elemental and assassin later.
Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
T-Bone Junction.
Getting stronger by the minute.
If I'm good enough, I could hit the phase walk, jump, and go flying. Because that's another cool addition to phase walking, is if you can time the jump to the exact frame that you're coming out of phase walk, you'll keep your movement speed when you jump, and you will go flying. It's a little dangerous though, because if you time it wrong or something, you'll end up flying off the map.
Let's see what we've got.
It's probably quicker for me to hit those two and then save and quit and go for it again. That was kind of cool though, getting a Thanatos out of that. That early on. And just go through and buy all of the SDUs. It's going to take a little bit, but it's much better to do this early than come back and try to do it later.
Come see me at my place in
T-Bone Junction.
Hello, traveler. There are new missions available on the T-Bone Junction bounty board.
Another one, an equalizer. I swear, dude, legendaries in this game as well. I feel like all the legendaries mean something in Borderlands 1. And in Borderlands 2, after TVHM, dude, they all fall off. Same with Borderlands 3. I feel like most of the non-meta legendaries just become complete ass. And it sucks because in Borderlands 1, you can make... I mean, yes, yeah, it still had all of the issues that the other two games did, with some guns being better than others. That's a given, because they can't balance everything around everything. But I feel like the overall feel and use of the guns is a lot more in Borderlands 1 than it is in 2 or 3. Pre-sequel, not so sure about. I haven't played pre-sequel enough to really feel out all of the legendaries and so on and so forth, but it probably feels better. Granted that the UVHM scaling in pre-sequel is much better than the UVHM scaling of Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3, you have Mayhem mode. I wish they would just kind of leave it alone. I don't hate Mayhem mode at all. That's good. I'm gonna keep that. I don't hate Mayhem mode, but I also think that the way they forced modifiers on people kind of sucks. I really wish that they introduced Mayhem 11 a little earlier. Same thing for Wonderlands. I think the enchantments on the guns need to go away. That anointments, that's what they're called. I couldn't think of what they were called. Drop that, dude. Just scale your guns better. Balance them better. You have the tech to. You've done it before. I don't know why anointments are a thing. It creates. I don't know. I just think the part system was better in Borderlands 2. You know, farming for perfect part gear. It's cool. You got to learn the parts, all that stuff. You had to pick parts that you want, learn that certain parts do certain things. And then anointments, it's just, oh, I'm gonna farm this guy for the exact same gun, but with, you know, it can roll 15 different anointments, and it just sucked. I hated it. Hated it. I wish there was a better way to do that, and I think the Borderlands 3 Redux mod, I think that's what it's called, is same with Wonderlands Redux. Fantastic. That's something that Gearbox, I hope, paid attention to and realized that a lot of their community feels the same way about a lot of their stuff, where it isn't all, you know, sunshine and rainbows about how they make their games in terms of balancing and stuff like that. I think a lot of the community wanted more from Borderlands 3, and I think the 2 season passes and kind of dropping the ball on the main story really damaged their goodwill, I would say. I also think that New Tales from the Borderlands, that game is an abysmal disaster. It is a joke, to be honest with you. I don't really see how a company like Gearbox can think that making a crystal that revives every single person, it can either revive, or if anybody's ever committed murder, it kills them, right? So every single character in the game is dead. But it's also revived everybody, so it pretty much tells me that they're going to bring back some gross amalgamation of Handsome Jack for Borderlands 4, and it's going to be terrible. I don't see why. I mean, I get it. Handsome Jack's awesome. The Handsome Jackpot DLC in Borderlands 3 was fantastic. Probably up there. It's my second favorite DLC behind the Bounty of Blood. I just really liked Westerns, and a dinosaur Western is awesome.
Hello, Marcos here. I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place.
I just think that it was kind of a drop the ball type of thing. I also wish that they had the ability to make another good character, because it's gotten to the point, man. They dropped the ball in Borderlands 3, and then Wonderlands wasn't bad per se. I feel like it had the most potential out of any Borderlands game, but the DLC absolutely killed it. The ability of them not to look at it and say, oh, this doesn't need more story content, this just needs extra in-game stuff. Which I get it, you know, the Borderlands has always been an in-game based franchise, right? Nobody really plays it for the story. It's like bonus points if the story's good, right? But everybody plays it for the end game, the farming, all that stuff. Kind of like Diablo. Nobody really plays it for the story. They all play it for end game, for Paragon and all that stuff, right? If Borderlands did a thing with seasons where you got extra rewards and stuff... Ooh, sorry. Had to sneeze there. Jesus. If they did a thing where you got extra rewards if you got every character to max level in a certain season, and they just kept it going, where it's extra cosmetics, or maybe it's like a legendary gun, right, that nobody else can get unless you get all 4 characters to max level in this like 8-week season, right? I think that would be a very, very good thing for the series, but I don't know how exactly you would go about it. I don't know if it's feasible per se. Because they're trying to tell a story as well. I think they're trying to backbuild, kinda, and try to rebuild the lost faith their consumers have in them.
I've got an opportunity for you. Come see me at my place in T-Bone Junction.
Because of their bad writing. I think a lot of people, you know, think the same and know the same. It just kind of comes out in different ways. I don't think either Borderlands 3 or pre-sequel or Wonderlands are bad games. Not in the slightest. I think they're all fantastic. They're very fun to play, but I know it's kind of hypocritical of me to say nobody plays it for the story and then I'm going to complain about the story. It's because in Borderlands 2, the story was so good. I think that's where their real downfall was, is they made a golden child. They farted a truffle, right? And they're starting to show people that that's all it was. It was blind luck that led them to make Borderlands 2 the way it was, and it wasn't something they can replicate. And I think people are starting to realize that. They got close with pre-sequel. I think pre-sequel has had... Look back at pre-sequel, go play pre-sequel, right? Play through it. If you're on PC, please do yourself a favor. Download either Exodus or the patch on PC, the community patch. But pre-sequel, either with the patch, the community patch, or the Exodus mod, is fantastic. Right up there with Borderlands 2, not to mention the Claptastic Voyage DLC. Arguably the best DLC in the entire series. People are going to say, oh no, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep. I think Claptastic Voyage is the best. I think the elements of it, and you see how Borderlands 1 begins, you see how all the people fall apart, like Athena and Wilhelm and all them, they go their separate ways and stuff. It's fantastic. That's what the series needs more of. It had really cool guns with the glitch variants, had really cool locations, let you go back to see old Borderlands 2 locations. I think a lot of people are into Borderlands now. They're invested in it. They want to see the story they were told in Borderlands 2 unravel in a way that wasn't like in Borderlands 3. I think Borderlands 3 wasn't bad in terms of gameplay, but the story was abysmal. Everybody hated the twins. There's no secret of it. That first launch week, everyone was like, oh, the gameplay's great, but the actual story is god-awful. It's terrible. And they nailed the caricature of the two twins, how they were supposed to be hated and not supposed to be like a very fun, like Handsome Jack was, right? They were supposed to be hated. They were supposed to be annoying. They were supposed to be all this stuff, but I think they went over the top with it. There was a real story block with Troy, you know, trying to betray Tyrene that just never came to fruition, and then they killed off Maya for I don't know why. There was no point in that. Her death had no salt to it. It wasn't like she was saving the day. She just literally got unlucky, and then Ava was like, "Oh my god." And they're trying to build Ava up, but I don't know why they're doing that. They could have stuck with Tiny Tina. They could have stuck with any of these other characters that are already established and stuck with them instead of trying to make this new, funny, quirky character that everybody hates now. Everybody hates. And then, to add salt to the wound they created, they let go in the second season pass. There was actually a funeral for Maya that somehow got cut. I don't know about you guys, but the fact that they had that ready and they looked at it and were like, oh, no, there's no need for that. Maya's not that important to the story that she needs a whole funeral of saying like, hey, her death had weight. No, they were just like, cut it. We'll have you go talk to Lilith 15 times in 10 seconds and then go tell Ava that it wasn't her fault and she throws a temper tantrum and slams the door in your face. If they would have kept her funeral, it would have at least smoothed the ruffle feathers, I think, at least a little bit, but I don't know.
Mine, and mine.
I'm rambling, so to keep this video from being an hour and a half of me doing this, I'm gonna cut here, and then I will see you guys back whenever I have all of the SDUs. Alright, we have finished the farming. We have gotten all the SDUs.
Might not have a
I just did one last farm to get some
when you
money.
get
I
shot,
got a
you'll be
Surkov,
happy
and that was
I'm
it.
here.
Out of all the farming, this was the best mercenary class mod I could get, and I also picked up a transfusion grenade just for shits and giggles. Because they're really the only grenades you need to use in this game, at least that I could figure out. I'm not a huge fan of any of the grenade mods in this game. I think the transfusions are the best for sure. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Get low! Oh. Let's teach him a lesson! Kill him now!
I hit you or not? Thank you. There we go.
Look at all this stuff.
Guess what? More save quits. Because save quitting saves time.
What do you want? Spit it out. I keep the medical equipment working.
No better shield yet. I do hate how slow Lilith is. She's very slow. Violence is very good. It annihilates people. One more step and it'll be your last.
Hey, newcomer.
Oh.
Been looking for you. You? One more step and it'll be your last.
I wonder how many people know,
You should
or rather,
see the look on your
don't
face.
know, that TK Baja's whole shtick is that he's blind.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself.
I don't know why. It's like almost like it feels almost hidden that he's blind because he only talks about it. He says Scar blinded me and ate my leg in the DLC, or not the DLC, in the Borderlands 2's Lady Fist side quest when you pick up all the echoes in his house. Hopefully I can get Conveyor of Death here. That'd be nice. Oh man, that didn't spawn. That sucks. Well, we'll get it in Skag Gully. That's for sure. That is probably the biggest chunk of XP, besides buying and selling all the shit from T-Bone Junction. Will get us for at least a little bit.
Why don't you come over here and chat a while?
You've done well. I've decided to reopen my Firestone franchise thanks to you. Head into town and
Buy some new gear. Better start throwing these then.
just can't carry enough bullets for your favorite gun. Lollywood guns shoot more
That's a very good early SMG. If only I didn't have, you know, Baja's Blaster, because that's a better shotgun than that SMG, even though that SMG is definitely good. Violence is easily the best thing I have, and will probably continue to be the best thing I have for a while. One funny thing I did find in my
Why don't you come over here and chat a
endeavors
while?
of farming T-Bone Junction. I found a hammer, a perfect one at that. I was a little angry that I didn't find that on my brick, because I think that I would have probably gotten farther on brick. Granted that I wasn't an idiot and tried to jump up a staircase while I was on 1 HP, but if I would have gotten any sort of weapon that was useful for brick and not like a Hellfire and then a really good Anarchy. Don't get me wrong, those weapons were good, but on brick I need like a hammer, a crux, an ogre, or like a violence even. You know, good shotguns, good shit that explodes. I had the rocket launcher covered for a little bit there.
My machines and their scary needles.
I'll grab you.
Remember, Marcus means quality.
So I'll level off of him, I should at least. Well, maybe not, but I'll be fine for now. If I do level, it'll be off of, I've only seen the blue lady fist or finger once. There we go. I know I would level off of it. One thing that I hope they fix in the next Borderlands game, I would like to see the ability that get all gear types early on, like the patch does for Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3 and pre-sequel, where it allows like launchers and assault rifles and E-Techs and all these cool guns to drop very early. I hope some way, somehow, they could figure out how to do that for Borderlands 1. I think that'd be really cool, and I wish there was a way that you could go in and change the playthrough 2 to have like a playthrough 3, like a max level playthrough. I know there's like a mod to add like resettable playthrough, but I don't know why I equipped that. I'd like to see it, because Borderlands 1 at max level would be so fun. It is fun, but there's nothing you can really do.
Hope you've toughened up enough.
And always count on Marcus guns. If you need healing, step right.
This thing just annihilates people. Really good. Turning them into giblets. He has 3 balls, guys. 3 balls. 3 balls!
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah!
Safety fist.
Another sleep. Feed me.
Man, if I would have been playing Roland. Well, if I would ever play a character that doesn't get these guns, then yeah, I'd be happy about that. But these are no. Wrong button. Wrong button again. There we go. Okay.
If you need healing, step right up. Want to make it bigger, boom? Buy a first aid kit.
You won't regret it. Busted up 9 toes and beat the hell out of Sledge? SNS is another question mark. I want to see more manufacturer-based DLCs in these games.
Hey, newcomer. I've been looking for you.
Like Atlas in this game. All these, You know, let me fight Tedior in whatever Katagawa calls him, his duplex apartment. It'd be awesome. I don't know. I just think they kind of dropped the ball. They've been consistently dropping the ball for a little bit on some things.
Well, I'll be damned. You killed mine.
Grenade mod.
Oh.
I like how it says you should get me a drink.
You the one killing all the crap people ask? To catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girdle parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. The system, not my mom. That goddamn scared kid, know what I'm saying?
I wonder if, you know, other people who've played this game a lot struggle with not repeating the dialogue. Or if I'm just a crazy person.
You're not a skag, are you? No?
Lucky you, I only shoot Skag. Mostly, anyways. The beginning of Borderlands 1's pretty easy. Knock on wood, because I'm gonna probably die in Skag Gully somehow. But I've always found that Borderlands 1 is pretty easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It only gets kind of harder once you get into the meat and potatoes of TVHM. Kind of around the place I died, level 40, level 50 or so. Which was, it sucked because I shouldn't have died what I did on Rick. That was 100% on me. I shouldn't have done that at all. I should have just chilled out, waited for my shield to recharge, and gone from there. But you live and you learn. I think I can just jump up here. I think it's this spot right here. Come on, let me jump. Why am I stuck completely? Or no, it was like off in the corner. Come on.
Cover me, out of ammo.
So, are these echoes by Sledge? Is this Sledge in Skag Gully looking for something, or is this like someone else looking for something in Skag Gully? That's one thing I've never been able to understand, is who is in Skag Gully and why are they here, because it's called Why Are They Here? The side mission is. So, I don't know. can't get revolver rounds because revolvers don't drop yet. That was a terrible chase. Hope I don't run out of ammo here. Okay.
I'm really good at this. Getting stronger by the minute.
Gotta say, this shotgun I like a lot. That'll be a good escape scenario. Can just sit and phase walk and regen. Oh, I was gonna say I know that does self damage. Okay, continuing forward. Come on. I know you're in there. Hopefully that shield's better than what I got. I can drop you two. Beat bopping around. Guess I could have done this sooner. Pop that here instead of waiting. Get nothing out of this chest and then save, quit, and rinse and repeat. Yep, nothing. Oh man. Alrighty, keep going forward. Ooh, that's not bad. That's lucky to find this early on. Also like the ability to buy everything. The buy all ammo button is really nice. You thought I was gonna go to T-Bone Junction, huh? No, I'm gonna go sprint to TK Baja. Also, let me find one of those things with a giant skeleton. I think it'd be fun. I want more cool boss fights. I like the invincible boss fights. I'm still shocked that it took Gearbox, like, what, 2 years to add an invincible into the game.
I've been looking for you.
It was kind of a little bit of a slap in the face. And, like, failing to understand your community a little bit. What was that? Oh, shield.
Maliwan gun shoot more lightning than the next leading competitor right up. This price is available on all weapons and gear.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I had a very important phone call I needed to take. Alright, come here, bonehead. Let me shoot you in the face a bunch.
Is there no end to my power?
Is this the savior? No, it's not. It doesn't regen bullets. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to quit here. I know I said I thought I had more time, but unfortunately something has come up, so I will go ahead and cut it here, and then we will be back later for some more Borderlands 1 Life Lilith. God, that doesn't really roll off the tongue. I'll try to figure out a better name, but okay. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe, please.